Do you have more men or women as clients?
It's going to be disappointing to say this, but there are far more male entrepreneurs just across the board. And I know this not just from what we do at Guidant, but I've also been a part of the entrepreneur organization for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
And it is the same challenge for us recruiting more women because there are not as many female business owners.
Why do you think it's men over women?
The reality is, I don't know, Kirsten, because I don't think it's a capability issue. And I don't think it's an experience issue. And maybe it's a little bit of our society that I think glorifies entrepreneurship more for men than it does for women. I think there might be a little stigma of judgment sometimes. I know my wife has gotten that from time to time, like, hey, why are you out here running this business when you should be at home with your kids?
It's funny, when I went into real estate 12 years ago, I've always worked, and I have 2 kids. I'm a mom, but my kids were in daycare and after school care and all that kind of stuff. And my husband works full time. But it's funny, when I made the switch into real estate, I got asked, a lot of people said, oh, are you doing this so you can stay home with your kids? I said, no. And I've never worked harder in my life. But it's funny. You're right. If for whatever reason, the older that we get and the new, generations that come up behind us and how gender roles are, displaced, it's still funny. I personally would love to give more females the confidence to go into business for themselves. And especially in investing in general, I think they're much more thoughtful for how they can have impact. If they're truly going to put their foot down and get invested financially, emotionally, physically into something, I think they're going to do it with their whole heart and with everything they've got, and probably work their tail off to make sure it doesn't fail, which is interesting.